Have a new recruit to discuss with you, my friend. This time we are talking about the number one center in the class of 2027, Obinna Ekezie Jr. He's playing a prolific prep, 7 foot, 220 pound big, dominant big man. He is the best big in this class. And his offer list reflects that. He just in the past couple of days picked up BYU as an offer, picked up Duke as an offer. He's got a bunch of big name schools. Pretty much everybody in the country wants him: Alabama, Houston, Kansas, Kentucky, USC, UCLA, Miami, Maryland, to say just a few from this list. But Kentucky has really started prioritizing him. KSR had a feature on Obinna the other day. Jacob Polachek got some quotes from Obinna. And he told KSR Plus, Kentucky is a big time school, a blue blood. To get an offer so early as a sophomore means a lot. It's rare for any incoming sophomore to get an offer from Kentucky. It's really exciting. For what it's worth, he attended high school in Louisville and then moved out to California to play a prolific prep. So he's from Nigeria. After he turned 13, moved to Louisville for, I think, a couple of years and is now a prolific prep. So some state of Kentucky ties. I don't know if Louisville's going to get involved here, Pac Kelsey's program, but Kentucky, after a kid that grew up a few years in Louisville and now is competing with every other big program in the country for Obinna. Talk to me on his game first. What stands out? What's the profile?
So one great thing about prep schools and prep school basketball is sometimes, you are late to prospects and you don't really know about them and you end up just finding out about them by watching other players. I didn't see him the first time until I was actually looking for Darren Peterson and Winter Grady's stuff with Prolific Prep. And I saw this just like 7 foot center who looked extremely raw, but like athleticism, the profile, everything about it. He was doing some things passing as well. I can see why like there's so many people on him. Is there a player that comes to mind when you watch him or you could see him becoming or maybe like people are pitching him to be? Because there was one that came to mind after watching like two or three games of him for me.
I have one, but I'm afraid to say it. Um,
I'm afraid to say it too, but it's who came to mind. Maybe I'm not afraid to say it, but it's who came to my mind.
okay, mine's not special like that. I see Thomas Bryant.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either, but what's yours?
I was gonna say Evan Mobley.
Whoa.
Like predicting down like what this kid's class of 2027?
Yeah.
Kind of new to the game of basketball. I think he's got some passing stuff, the athleticism, the length, the mobility. I think he's fluid. Now obviously frailer, right? Has a little bit of that skinny frame to him. I think Mobley had a little bit of that to him too. Mobley was a top player in the class. I think that I see enough outside of just like being tall, run, dunk, block shots. Now, obviously, Mobley's game came a long way, putting the ball on the floor, doing a lot of other things. But I think that's a very, very fair pathway for Obinna.
Maybe. I don't hate that. I feel like yeah, best case scenario, fully realized version of Obinna Ekezie could be Evan Mobley-ish. The one thing I would push back on, which is partially why I went with Thomas Bryant for what I see, I don't think he's that fluid. This video is brought to you by NBA2K Lab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's it's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video. And you know how when you watch Thomas Bryant, he kind of runs like a hunchback and
Yeah,
it's
yeah. He's
like,
got like
oh,
he's a plotter.
it's like, oh, he's really mobile, but it just doesn't look natural. That's sort of what I see from Obinna. Like he is extremely mobile. I totally hear you. He's flying around. He moves really well. But I feel like when you watched Evan Mobley, part of the sell was that he was just this 7 foot dude that moved like a shooting guard. I don't think Obinna moves that well. I think I don't know. You can see the rawness a little bit. I think he is oddly comfortable in the post. Like I see a lot of post move stuff that, for someone who we're talking about being so fluid or mobility driven, like I think he's got a little more in the post than expected. The jumper looks okay to me, kind of slow release, but I feel like part of the sell is you believe this kid could end up making shots one day. And bottom line is this, he dunks everything. He's got good hands. He can catch everything. He has the frame of like the elite centers. So even if I'm like trying to nitpick, oh, it doesn't look all that natural. This kid's the best center in the country in that class, and
I'm
everybody wants him.
I'm so damn mad at you.
Why?
Because I now that you called him Thomas Bryant, it's so spot on.
You watch it and it's yeah, like
I hate it. It literally looks like Tom. I remember watching Thomas. Where did he go to prep school at? Was it Oak Hill?
oh, I don't remember. I don't know.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. It might have been Oak Hill, but golly, it looks like it does look a lot Thomas Bryant-y.
And to be clear, Thomas Bryant was like the best big in his class and a
Yeah,
stud
he was.
freshman.
He
So
was.
if that's the outcome here, even if it doesn't have the connotation that Evan Mobley does in the league, I think it would back up the offer list that he has. How would you stack rank this? Like I said, BYU and Duke have offered, Kansas has offered. BYU and Duke's offers came in real recent here. Feels like a lot of these teams are just getting around to the class of 2027 guys, but his state of Kentucky ties could end up mattering here. Do you think anyone has an early lead in his recruitment?
I mean, if I'm Obinna, right, I think that a lot of what he likes to do and kind of the game that I'm seeing him play, I do see a little bit more Mark Pope center in him than like a Duke center, right? Like he's not a man or anything like that. And that's not a disrespect, but I'm saying like I haven't necessarily seen like a Shire Duke center that's like, has the ability to do much outside of like a just like a catch dunk defensive guy. I think that, maybe Mark Pope could pitch him on being like this center that does like a couple dribble handoff things or like stuff at the top of the key where you can pass and cut and things like that. Pat Kelsey's probably doing the same because I feel like he did a little bit of that as well. So I don't know. To me, it stands out more as like the Kentucky schools, but I'm sure Kevin Young too is talking about the offense that he could be in at BYU as well and things that he could do.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like it's a fun pitch if Mark Pope's pitching you to be his starting five. They use like their centers as passers a lot and sort of hubs of the offense. So it'll be interesting if that pitch ends up mattering down the line because the way Kevin Young has used his centers is not that. Like you're a screen setter and a roll guy and a dunker. So I don't know. It's still a lot of people would like to play it at BYU, and we know there's a lot of reasons for that. It's still a fun system, but I'd be curious. I feel like the one thing I haven't seen from watching film on him, I haven't seen any passing. So is he even capable of kind of doing that hub stuff with Mark Pope? Is that going to be the pitch? Would they use him differently? I don't know. Any
He
thoughts?
he could pass.
Can he?
I think he can actually like with prolific. They did a lot of like I'm not even sure what the actions actually called, but he would catch it at the elbow, top of the key, and then they would be like it'd be like Winters and Darren Peterson doing like a on the opposite wing, like a back screen. And I'm not saying like elite passing stuff, but like guy gambles a little bit too far, showing on the hedge, and he would throw like a little backdoor pass. He's got some post passing as well. I actually like his passing.
Okay. All right. I trust
Yeah.
your.
Heck, and I'm a lot of this stuff too. I was like that. What's that one page? Shout out to them. I really like them. The college basketball scouting page.
Yeah.
They got like some really good stuff from his time at Prolific, and I actually like the passing stuff a little bit.
All right. Well, good. I trust your eval skills. I got to watch more tape then. But all right. It'll be interesting to watch. Go watch yourself some Obinna Ekezie film if you haven't seen him yet. Very fun player.